So, it's a great driver, the computer's great.
All right, here we go. Too slow. Oh, I got a foot cramp. All right, look through the turn. Brake. Oh, not enough brakes. What is up, guys? What an amazing afternoon. A well-deserved spring day after that long, crazy winter. Speaking of crazy things, you guys just saw me spin out like a madman. My second autocross event. I was actually going pretty slow, or at least I thought, and I just didn't know what happened. Before I knew it, I was already sideways. And instinct kind of took over, went clutch in. I think I counter-steered, don't remember exactly, but it's too late. There was no recovery from that. But I had a ton of fun. Unfortunately, finished near the end, the bottom of my novice class. But I'm trying to learn as much as I can, as fast as I can. That's a little bit difficult for me. I need to work on my throttle delivery, my braking, steering, pretty much everything it looks like. But yeah, it kind of brings me to the point of this video, right? Why I started autocrossing, and you know, to a degree, why I started riding a bike, right? It's always been, these were things that I've always wanted to try to see if I was good at it, and hopefully to have a lot of fun while I progress, right? And that's really, for me, that's what a hobby is all about. Whenever people ask me what I like to do for fun as far as hobbies go, and when I respond motorcycle and car stuff, invariably you'll get those people who respond kind of negatively, right? And while they won't say it to your face, you can kind of tell what they're thinking in the back of their minds. They're thinking to themselves, oh man, here's another guy who's probably just rips out on the public roads, being a nuisance to everyone. Kind of a very negative response, right? And granted, a lot of people who have these, well, I shouldn't say a lot of, some people who have these hobbies definitely make a bad name for the rest of the people, but in all honesty, it's really down to the individual, right? A lot of these things are completely down to what the person is expecting to get out of the experience. For me, again, speaking personally, I don't have a whole lot of interest in golf, right? I don't really think it's a good way to spend my time, but I can at least appreciate the people who are really passionate about it. I'm sure there's tons of things about golf that, you know, I can't even fathom, right? And it's a very technical thing too, and it's definitely a sport, a skill that you can develop. And for me, motorcycles and cars, learning to go fast, doing the racing stuff definitely fits that bill. And while maybe some people may not agree, or they might not see the value to that, it's really on a personal level. You know, I want to challenge myself. Different people have different ways of challenging themselves, and also to have fun while I'm at it, right? That's kind of the whole point of a hobby. On the other hand, there are always people who take the hobbies to such an extreme degree where I'm convinced, I don't even think they're having fun anymore. It's like, it's almost like they're addicted, right? And they have to keep on going at a higher and higher level to just maintain some basal sense of comfort, right? And it's really unfortunate, because you have to imagine at one point this was probably the person's actual passion. They actually enjoyed it, but then they took it way to the extreme. But for most people, we definitely fall somewhere in between. Our core hobbies, it's just something that definitely we put a lot of effort, time, money into, but it's not overbearing, right? Once it gets to that point where it's completely overbearing and overshadowing other, maybe more important aspects of your life, then you might want to step back a little. But until then, best case scenario, like how I got into autocrossing, just exploring the limits of your own skill, your own talents, and pushing them, developing them to make new limits. That's such a rewarding experience. And added to that, if you're in with a good community, again, people who are providing good constructive feedback, who are not just out there to be negative, people who haven't forgotten what it's like to be in your position, starting out. Maybe you're starting to learn how to ride a motorcycle and you have a lot of good friends who ride. That's a perfect scenario versus maybe like you get a grouchy instructor who doesn't even want to be there. It's just berating you. You know, you're gonna have a lot better of a time within the former situation. So not to ramble for too long, basically that's just my point. I'm sure every one of you guys out there, you have hobbies that you want to develop, but trying to look for the opportunity to, you know, invest time, energy, money again into it, and finding other people who enjoy it. Definitely best of luck to you guys, and makes life so much more rewarding, right? And then you get the biggest benefit, which is just sharing what you've learned, your experiences with others, and trying to inspire others out there. So hope you guys enjoyed this short little video, and hopefully I will be performing better in autocross, or else I might end up in one of these. Oh boy. Alright, stay tuned for future videos.